Man, oh man, it's great to be back. Thank you so much for tuning in to You and I See Different. This is your host, Julian Luciano, aka Julian Luciano. You can find me on Instagram at Julian_Luciano11. And thank you so much. Last episode was phenomenal. It was like the most listened actually episode that I've had. I looked at the analytics the day after, and I was like, oh my god, I have so much listeners. Oh my god, I have so like this one got so much, like it got listened to. And I was like, wow, this is just great, positive. I didn't even know the one before that had this around the same amount, and at this one, the last episode just passed it. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I appreciate the support. I really enjoy making these podcasts for you guys, man. I really enjoy making this podcast for myself, just because it's my way of outing my opinions and experiences via a wonderful platform that's available to all. So thank you so much for listening, tuning in, supporting. It's been 35 episodes already. Whoa. I didn't even know I was that deep in, but I just do it, like I said, because I love to do it. It's one of my passions. Man, where do I start, man? Today was a beautiful day. The sunshine was phenomenal. The sunshine from the sunrise, how about that? Was phenomenal. I was able to get sun before 10 a.m. We're supposed to get sun before 10 a.m. according to Dr. Huberman, and that's Dr. Andrew Huberman, by the way. And I was able to get that in my eyes and just sit there and ponder in the sun, let it just close my eyes and everything. It's supposed to increase optimal sleep for the nighttime, which is phenomenal as well. And it really does. It really does. I really believe in it. So it really just takes believing. Yeah, after that, occupation was good, great. I'm a licensed massage therapist. For those that don't know, I am a licensed massage therapist. And I had multiple experiences today. I actually had 17 clients today, and I was able to work on their body. So I really appreciate them. I want to shout them out. Couple highlights. Mr. Jim, thank you so much for the advice that you gave me today. I really appreciate it. Mr. Jim owned 12 Burger Kings and was here on a day trip. And he shared with me, that information, told me that he was in for business. And he also said, I told him what I was doing, and I told him an experience of mine, which was like, I really wanted to invest one time in a Pollo Tropical, right? I wanted to invest and put it in Point Siena. Actually, my friend gave me the idea. Kit, he's been on the podcast as well. And I was like, that would be great. So I got on the computer. He sent me the information. And when I seen, you got to have, a certain amount of money and liability. And I was like, whoa, I'm not there yet. Keyword yet, guys. And I was like, okay, all right, we can do that. That could work. And so at the when I was actually massaging him, I told him the story, and he said, well, what happened? Why didn't you buy it? And I said, I'm going to be honest with you, Jim. I didn't have the liability. And he said, what do you mean? And I said, Jim, I just don't got it yet. And he said, yet. And he literally passed out, fell asleep. The massage, of course, helped. But as soon as he got up, cradle face mark on his face, he said, that was great. That was phenomenal. I appreciate it. And good luck to you, man. Really. And those words I received, I received every single intention that he had behind his words because they came from an amazing place. And I want to shout out Jim just because he was a phenomenal individual. Again, thank you for allowing me to work on your back. At the place that I work currently, we tend to stick to chair massages. So the same that you see in the middle of the malls, the same that you see at different locations when you go to convention centers or whatnot, or just if you've seen a chair massage before, then that's just what it is. That's the modality. So it is phenomenal. Thank you, Jim, again. And I can't be more blessed than to have received those words of wisdom. And I also had another experience today, which is something that I need to reiterate. I feel like posture has to be improved, my people. I saw 17 people today, and I want to let you guys know that 95% of the people that I received, that I was able to work on today actually had a C-shaped torso. And what I mean by a C-shaped torso is when you have that hunch or that slouch, if you may, or the computer posture, if you may, which is the whole entire, protraction of the rhomboids, and the rhomboids are on your back, so right in between the shoulder blades. So and they're in charge of that motion. So yeah, it's we need to really increase this posture. I've had multiple people joke about their own posture, and say like, well, you never can get that better, or it's just so hard. I've had those as well. Like, it's just so hard. I just don't know what to do. You get multiple different responses to when I ask them about their posture. And it's completely amazing that I tell them like, hey, look, it's easy, just remind yourself that you have to sit straight and stand straight. Like, it's that simple. And they say, oh my God, but you make it sound so simple, and it's not. And I say, okay, now that you say that, you're interested, right? So listen, they sell multiple back braces online on Amazon, or find the best one that suits your needs, but it's posture correctors. And honestly, if I'm all completely honest with you, the real thing about posture is to maintain that spine and those nerves open and loose. You want them in the right locations so that there's no imbalances in your body. And so I want to remind you guys and reiterate that posture is very important, and that we should definitely do a little bit more, or a lot more in this case, for seeking assistance, such as in massage, chiropractic services, acupuncture, dry needling. Please be careful what you drink. It is not okay to mask body aching with drugs, in my opinion. I feel like exercise is medicine, and there are multiple researches that hint to exercising being medicine, and us being able to recover ourselves in our own bodies if we take the right measures, and that be, multiple nutritional factors, and including water, and love yourself or no one will, right? Famous quote. But it's really true. Quote by J. Cole, by the way. It was just an experience, and I just wanted to reiterate that. And I'm sorry that I was just lagging. It's just really this posture, man. It's a very serious thing, and it's scary to me. it's scary for me to see how the evolution of the spine is actually going into a slanted, essentially like a C-shaped body. Like I feel like soon enough we'll be hunched over, touching the ground with like, like monkeys or gorillas, that's how bad I feel like the bending of the spine will be if we don't take proper measures. And listen to your body. It really does speak to you. It really does, because when you get a stomach ache, it'll let you know. You got to go to the bathroom. You got to go to the restroom. If you got to pee, it's going to tell you, or anything, why did I just use the most intense like examples? I think it's just easier for people to visualize. Yeah. I had to ask myself this question, like, why did I just go to poop and like feces and urine? But guys, it's the reality. Now, man, the most amazing individuals today in these 17 clients, man, I am so grateful for you guys. So shout out to you guys again. I also wanted to say that we need to remind ourselves that we just came out of a pandemic, guys, right? So we need to understand that there's things called allergies, and there's, coughing and coughs and whatnot. But I feel like we need to be a little bit more as well conscious and respectful for others' health. Coughing all over the place and not covering your hands and not washing your hands, and, just keeping everything clean, guys, because at the airport, you definitely see just sneeze here, sneeze there, cough, no mouth, like just like everywhere. And we just came out of a pandemic and we're right back to old ways. So the data doesn't lie. I've seen multiple people, like I can probably say at least per hour, including people that don't wash their hands including men that don't wash their hands when they leave the restroom. I'd probably can say around in an hour, I probably see around 6 or 7 people that have this tendency. And this is just the hour that I'm looking into the crowd, which I'm always looking into the crowd. So I guess that's all the time. If I'm not reading, right? But yeah, just let's keep it sanitary, guys, and just remind yourself to be considerate for others. I know that, people say, well, I don't need to use a mask. Who cares? If you're going to get COVID, you're going to get COVID. Okay, but like, it's still common courtesy to use, hand sanitizer or cover your, your face, or use a mask, if you feel like you're not well, there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean you're trying to protect yourself. But you're just protecting others. So why don't we not only protect yourself, but protect others? How about that? So yeah, man, oh man, Andrea, Miss Andrea, I can't wait to have her on the podcast. She is a phenomenal sales rep for healthcare. And I am so intrigued by what she has to say on the new clinical trials that she's been experiencing. And she has such a wonderful mind that can leak out information and spread knowledge on to others. And she should be on this episode. On the podcast soon. And I'll definitely mention that again on Instagram, Facebook, Julian Luciano. And on Instagram, it is Julian_Luciano 11. I usually post all my content there. I did want to say that this is just, I can't be any more grateful for the experiences that I've been having and the opportunities that have been occurring and the blessings that have been occurring when I view everything in a positive manner. Now, I want to say something. Mary Julian one time told me, life doesn't happen for you. I'm sorry, it doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. And I said, wow, I've never heard that before, and I appreciate that. So I'm going to quote Mary Julian, and she said, life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. So I want you guys to cherish that a little bit and ponder upon that, because really it's a blessing to be able to wake up and go to work, right? We're so multiplied, guys. There's like a lot of us sometimes. I'm going to speak from my own experience. I used to think that I was the only one. I used to think that I was alone. I used to think that my problems were unique. I used to think that my situations were completely like just happening to me, and why everything happens to me, but I was wrong. There's a balance in the universe, right? There's a balance in the universe. So that means that there's a little bit of everything, right? So it balances out, right? And I've realized that when I used to work for Subway and Cold Stone and American Eagle and Starbucks, like these companies, I felt like, why was I here? I was like, what am I doing? Why? And I see that look in others, right? And I see that feeling in others, and I say, I see you out here, bro. I see you, madam. I see you guys doing your thing. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. We have to thank our servers. We have to thank the people that show up to deliver us service. Guys, doesn't matter if you receive wisdom from a cashier, from a shop, a shopping store. That has nothing to do, their occupation has nothing to do with the person that they are. And I say that from experience, because I thought of myself so little when I used to work in these locations, because I thought everybody's on their journey individually. Now, if we can appreciate people for who they are at that current moment, it doesn't mean that they're inferior or superior to anybody. They're human. We're human beings, right? We're all internally connected. Literally, we all have the same substances, we all have the same body parts, structure. We're humans. And it was just amazing to witness how that can affect others. And I'm just grateful for everybody that shows up to work, for everybody that shows up during the day and the night to do and handle their business. Because without y'all, this world will not operate. Without us, this world would not be the world that it is, right? An advanced modern world with multiple beliefs, with different ethnic groups and different traditions and cultures and people and colors and, spectacular views and just so beautiful. My whole point to you guys is that I was feeling completely blessed to know that we are all alive and we are all doing our own work at our own time. Just don't be so hard on yourself and understand that it is a process. And the journey is a long one if you want it to be. And days go by super slow if you want them to be. And months feel like years if you want them to feel like years. You just got to understand that opportunities are there. The experiences are there. Take advantage. Understand. Love people. Love yourself. You deserve nothing but great for yourself. And you can accomplish that. You can do that. You've had interviews before. You've learned languages. You learned how to color inside the lines. You learned what an egg was. You learned what a baby was. You learned how it takes for a baby. You learned what it takes for a baby to grow into a human and watch it evolve. You have learned life. We just have to open our eyes and say, I am grateful for you. Do not get mad at others for things that they commit unintentionally, emotionally, physically. Now, I'm not saying, if somebody breaks the law and violates your space and your character, and, I'm not saying, I, of course, forgive them. They're wrong. And you can be the better person. You can. You really can. I believe in you guys. I love you guys. You guys always, always, always listen to my podcast. Like, thank you. Thank you so much. I am so grateful. I really want to let you guys know that the next 2 episodes will be phenomenal. We have special guests, Mrs. Andrea and Dr. Mathili. I want to let you guys know that it is important for us to take care of our bodies. It is important for us to breathe. So if you may, I will do a guided meditation via podcast for the first time. And this is going to we're going to commit to a couple deep breaths, okay? And I'm going to count down from 3, 2, 1, and we're going to inhale and we're going to exhale. And I want you to, wherever you are currently, I want you to close your eyes. Now, if you're driving, please don't close your eyes. If you're doing something that you need your eyes open, then stay with me. Okay? Okay. Three, 2, 1. I want you to feel your hands, ball your fists, rub your fingertips together. Just feel your hands. Okay. Now place your hands on your knees. And if you're standing, cross your arms and touch your arms. Okay. Perfect. Phenomenal. Now I want you to take another deep breath. And I want you to tell yourself that you are great. I want you to tell yourself that you are blessed. I want you to tell yourself that you are alive, that you are deserved, that you are appreciated, that if you want to be listened to, all you need to do is speak and talk and find that person. And if you can't find that person, find yourself. Find peace. Understand that we're all here and we're all in it together. It's only you stopping yourself from getting to where you want to be. But you're not going to do that no more. You are an amazing individual that's witnessed a lot of different things, has multiple different experiences that contain multiple different opportunities and brought you to where you're at right now. Wow. We're all blessed. Thank you for tuning in to You and I See Different. Again, follow me on Instagram at Julian_Luciano11. Thank you for tuning in for my experiences. I really do appreciate it. It's been one quite of an episode, and I cannot wait to share these special guest experiences with you guys a little more often. I want you guys to definitely let me know what you guys want to listen to. I want you to reach out to me via DM if you may, and tell me what do you want to speak about? What are your perspectives on life? What have you been through? What do you want to share to the world? What is your message? What is your passion? I want to understand. I want to hear you guys. I really do read everything that comes my way. So I appreciate you guys. Again, it's all love, peace and love. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, your day. I hope you've had, I know you're going to have a great week. And I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And we're out of here. But I'm going to leave you guys with this. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Use this gospel for protection. It's a hard road to heaven. We call on your blessings. And the Father, we put our faith. King of the kingdom, our demons are trembling. Holy angels defending. In the Father, we put our faith. I love you guys, man.